Hello there, and welcome back for part 4 of 4, taking a look at the Halo Mega Construx Metallic Cryotubes. This will be the final part of this series, and we're going to do a final comparison of all figures at the end of this video. At the time of recording this video on Thursday, March 20th, 2025, you can pick up a full set of these guys, all 4 of them, for under $50 shipped from China, which is kind of mind-blowing, considering these guys came out in 2016. I'll have that link down below to the eBay page and the eBay seller. I'm not going to try to pronounce their name because it's like 30 characters long and I'll probably mispronounce something, so it'll just be linked down below for you guys. So if you're interested in them, go ahead and take a look down there. I'm going to go over some of the basic things with these packaging before we open any of them, and we're going to open each of them in a separate video, just be aware of that. But each set came with 23 pieces. We've got set DXF 08, 09, 07, and 06. We're going to do them a little out of order, I guess, but this is the order we're going to open them in. We'll go with the silver one, the blue one, the copper one, and lastly, the green one. The green one will be the last video that I release. And at the end of the green video, we will take a look at all 4 drop pods together and compare them and figure out which one is the best. I'm going to knock out a few of the shared details from each set. So each set is age rating of 8+. Each set comes with 23 pieces. And then each set, you can kind of tell the color of the pod is going to match the armor that the Spartan is wearing. And then the glass on the door is going to be the same color as the Spartan's visor. That's going to be shared across the line for all 4 of them. I may repeat that in each individual video, I may not, but we'll go ahead and see what happens. And with that, we will begin the final video with the Metallic Cryotube number 4, the green one that comes with the Mark IV Spartan. Starting off with the packaging, you've got the Mega Construx logo in orange and white up top. You get this Forerunner tech detail in dark gray, and then you've got the Halo logo in that white and silver color. You get the Spartan Mark IV in green arm with a silver visor there, displayed with an assault rifle. 8+ age rating, 23 pieces, metallic cryotubes. And you got the cryotube itself with a piece of tape over it to keep everything held together. Turning over to the back side, you've got legalese, barcodes, all that unimportant stuff that nobody reads. You got this thing here, which I believe is part of the in-house thing that the Chinese seller did, because I don't think that was part of the original set. And then I pointed it out in the previous videos, but in case you missed it, you got this here, which is like a 2x4 anti-stud, so you can clip, well, you can clip stuff through those, but you can also stud stuff on. And then there's 3 holes there, so you could thread a clip, so you could, put your figure on the clip there in the back and stud them into place inside the tube. Coming over to the front side, you also have 4 round stud placements, so you can attach studs to the front if you wanted to as well. So you put like lights or something like that. If you're doing a stop motion, you could have like red, green, red, blue, whatever lights you wanted to do, you could do that. So that's that. Whoop. There, get them centered. That is the packaging, and we'll go ahead and get them out. Okay, so I think the back side here, there's actually like a tear point. The last 2 we opened had it. The first one I didn't try it, but it probably had it as well. But yeah, there's a point right here. You can kind of, once you get a good grip on it, you can tear it and it'll just start coming. You gotta kind of wind it. No, maybe not. Okay. Maybe, nope. Yeah, we'll get a knife out. Just like so. Well, I knocked my camera over. We'll go ahead and get the rest of this, but real quick. Don't leave your knives open. That's how you hurt yourself. That's the rest of that. Just kind of squeeze the sides and that'll pop open. All your stuff will pop out. And there is the interior of the pod. This side doesn't really have anything important. You got the Mega Blocks logo, and then you got those 3 slots I mentioned earlier where you can kind of peg something in if you wanted. So you could peg the figure in place inside of the stand. Or inside of the cryotube, I should say, not necessarily a stand. Set that off to the side. We'll open up our instructions real quick. It's nothing super important. This should be identical to the previous 3 pods if you watch those videos. We'll start on this side here. Just got a diagram on how to build the figure, which in this case you do need, because you do have to build the figure. You got a picture of all 4 of these sets with their set number, Lots of legalese, 343 Industries, Microsoft Studios. Flipping around, you get this bigger picture of all 4 of the Cryotubes, so you can kind of get a good look at what all you're getting if you were to get all 4 like I did. And then we got a single baggie with our figure, his stand, his weapon, and that's about it because there's no other pieces included in the set. And these have like a little tear point right there. Just grip it, rip it, and drop it. There he goes. And this thankfully was before the whole ammo counter craze, so there's no ammo counter you got to worry about. So he just comes with a standard assault rifle in black. And he's in this very dark green metallic. So it almost looks black, doesn't it? But it's actually really dark green. Kind of similar to the metallic drop pods. There's a green ODST in the metallic drop pod series that looks like he's black until you get him up close and then you realize it's just a super dark green. I think I might actually have one of those sealed on order right now. I could be wrong. But you'll find out in probably the next haul, probably in about 2 weeks. I say that, and I might actually end up doing a haul video later today with the stuff I currently have before I head up to Portland, but we'll see. So I am filming all of the Cryotube videos on the same day, but they're not going to release on the same day in case you missed that. This is part 4, so I don't really know why I'm telling you that, because this is the last of those 4 videos, but in case you were curious, they were all filmed on the same day, but just released on different days. Pop that together, pop his helmet on. There we go. Pop his shoulders on. Pop his shoulders on. There we go. Maybe. Why do we not want to go on? Hold on, what's going on here? There we go. That was wanting to fight with me, but I was able to get it on there. And let's see about the other side. Oh, interesting. Okay. So it looks like the shoulders are, it does have specific right and left shoulders, just so you're aware. There's a little bit of extra detail. There it goes. Yeah, a little bit of extra detail. It looks like on the forward facing part of the shoulder piece, there's some extra detail. So just keep that in mind, that there is a front and a back for the shoulders. So they're not interchangeable like the other ones were. And then give him his rifle, and we're good to go. And we'll bring him in closer and take a closer look here. There he is. So here is our Spartan Mark IV. Camera wants to focus on him. He's done in this very dark green metallic color. And he's got a silver visor. He does not have an outline for the visor, but that's kind of okay. This one doesn't necessarily need it. It would have been nice if he had the vents on his like mouthpiece printed. He does not have that. He just has print for the silver on the visor and then no additional print. And then you get a standard assault rifle in black. And like I said, this is one of the older style ones, so it does not have an ammo counter. Just take that out of his hand for a moment. I do got one comparison I want to do real quick. Here is another Mark IV Spartan. This is the pink female that came in one of the helmet sets. This is just the only other Mark IV Spartan I had on hand. So there is a comparison of the two. And I think, well, the shoulders are different. Actually, everything about this I think is different. Now that I look at it, maybe the thighs are the same. Thighs and the groin piece I think are the only shared piece, because everything else looks like it's different between these two. But there is 2 separate Mark IVs, but we're more interested in the dark green guy. We'll bring him in next to his pod. Get a good reference there. And there he is with the pod. And one other thing about the pod I forgot to mention is that you can put it onto a base plate and it will look like it's supposed to be there. It doesn't have a good solid connection, just so you're aware, so if you pick this up, it'll easily just pop off, but it does fit on there like it looks like it's supposed to. And I teased this in the first video. We'll go ahead and throw a couple of these. Looks like you need to give 1 stud space. I think I'm only going to be able to get 3 of them on here, but that is what 3 of the pods will look like if you lined up 3 of the pods together. And then we just got the blue one off to the side No particular reason, that was just the last one in the pile. And there are all 4 of the Spartans out of their pods and ready to go for the final review. So, taking a look at these, I'm going to have to go with the blue one being my least favorite and taking last place. If you were to rank these from worst to best, the blue one's going to take last place. For third place, it's kind of a tough choice. I think I'm going to give third place to the copper one, just because I kind of like the look of the green and the silver more. And then second place, I'm going to give that to the silver Spartan. Actually, we're going to judge the Spartans and the pods separately because I actually like them in different categories. So for the Spartans, last place is going to go to the blue guy. I just like him the least. Don't really like the blue pillar. Third place, I'm going to give that to the copper. Second place, I'm going to give that to silver. And first place, I'm going to give that to the green Spartan. And that is the order that I think these guys should be, worst to the best. And when it comes to the pods, though, blue is the worst. I'm going to go with silver being next, copper, and then green for the pods. The only reason the silver pod is lower than the copper pod is I just don't like the orange screen. I would have preferred it to have been gold or silver like the other pods. The orange just doesn't really look that good. The actual silver of the pod looks really good and would probably fit in the best with any like mocks that you make of like a cryotube, cryo storage, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like the silver looks the best for that, but the orange on the screen just detracts from the pod and lowers it. The copper and the silver, well, they're both got silver screens, but the copper and the green pod just look better with that silver on there. So I like those more. The blue one just doesn't really revive for me, so that's why that one's at last place. Silver's next, copper and green. That's all I got for you guys. Go ahead, drop a comment down below which Spartan you think is the best. And while you're down there, also drop down which cryopod you think is the best. Do you think it's the green one? Do you think it's the blue one? Let me know. While you're down there, make sure that you also hit that subscribe button. We are trying to hit 5,000 subscribers before April 1st. And if we do that, I will post a full video when I got pepper sprayed, which seems like some of you guys are really interested in seeing. So if we hit 5,000 before April 1st, I will post that. We're just over 3,000 right now, so less than 2,000 to go. And with that, the Cryotube Spartans are signing out.